So I got my raised beds assembled yesterday and they turned out great. They blinded me while doing it because I'd done it about 11 o'clock when it's really sunny out here in this area. So yeah, I got blinded putting it together, but they were fairly easy to put together. I done them by myself and it took about an hour. Hi guys. So I'm gonna check on my broody hen. I call her Mama Hen because she hatched out the leghorn hen that I got. I put the ceramic eggs in the other nesting boxes thinking that it'll encourage these girls to lay elsewhere, but clearly not. Do you have eggs? Let me see them. She's gonna try to peck me. I want to see. Those are all marked. One of them is not. She's getting so mad. Maybe I should just wait for her to get up to eat and drink, but look at her. She's like, no, those are mine. I just want to see. I'm not used to dealing with a broody hen, so I gotta get used to it. What's she gonna do? Peck me? I know, it sounds ridiculous, but it's kind of like me and my squash bug thing. I hate squash bugs, but yeah, I got like 20 different varieties of squash. Let's see if I can get some eggs. Maybe 2 hands will work better. Well, she doesn't have any unmarked eggs underneath her. I just kind of moved her out of the way and she's mad. So I'll check again later. But since I'm here at the coop, let me tell you the things that I hate about this coop. Okay, this latch came out of there. It was screwed into there. And this flap is supposed to be held up so Mama Hen don't get hot in there while she's sitting on her eggs, etc., etc. And it just fell out because look at the material. Crap. And it is just gets tore up easy. Yeah, my former dog used to do that. And then the bottom of these trays are metal, and so they're like rusting out already. So I mean, we're planning on building our own coop, so I think we can repurpose the roof and probably the roosting bars and things like that. I told him I love the design of this coop and it's cute as crap, but so if we could just like build the same thing with better materials, that would be awesome. Are you mad? All right, I'll leave you alone, Mama Hen. So in about 3 weeks, we should have hatched chicks. What do you got, Pink? Kim? So I put the chicks' food and water out in the run area because they're getting big enough they can get in and out. And then that way they can get used to the other chickens and vice versa and the other critters that run around, like Miss Pregnant Moonshine right there. And I can't find a silver-laced Wyandotte. I think she got out. She couldn't find her way back in and something snatched her, but Rural King does offer a 30-day warranty on your chicks, so if they die within those 30 days, you can replace it. So I'm gonna probably go up there tomorrow when I go to work. Well, obviously I'm gonna go up there tomorrow when I go to work, but I'll get another chick then. What? So let's talk about what I've planted flower-wise. So at Rural King, I bought some bare root flowers. This is a trumpet vine, an orange one. It's a honeysuckle, just kind of hanging out right there. Then I got like a black hollyhock right there in the corner. And I know that this trumpet vine is going to get massive. So I'm either going to have to find another slender pallet that size to stack on top, or I'm just going to have to keep it pruned, or figure out something else because I don't want it destroying the house, the vines. So yeah, there's that. Then over here in these spots where the shrubs are really small, I have bleeding heart vines that are gonna grow there. And I think those are gonna go gorgeous to add in with the green foliage, because there's holly and I can't remember what the flowering shrubs are, but then I think that the bleeding heart vine will look really good right there. And they really don't vine, they're more of a bushy flower type. And then over here by the railroad tie, right there, I have another black hollyhock. Some of the bare roots that I bought at Rural King, they came in 2 packs. The trumpet vine that already has leaves on it was just a single plant. I've had to move my Monstera deliciosa on a TV tray because the puppies kept chewing on the leaves when I was using the milk crate as a plant stand. So got it on a TV tray now. Hopefully it survives better. I don't think if they play on it that it's really going to knock over easy. Should I start getting scared, I'll find something to lean over that bar right there to keep it steady. But it looks like my umbrella tree is starting to get new foliage on it, so it's liking whatever I'm doing. I believe I burned my leaves on my heartleaf philodendron. Some of them don't look so hot, so I moved it up here to where it's going to get a little less sun. Then I have Gaillardia double sunset planted in here, which is a perennial. So once those grow, I gotta find permanent homes for them. Nope, no little boys. Down here I have the seashell cosmos, and I want to say polar bear zinnias planted in this pot. I didn't have a lot of cosmos seeds left, so I added some zinnias, I know for sure. One of these 2 pots is cut and come again zinnias, and the other one is Love in a Mist. This is creeping phlox, which could work great as a ground cover, but I have it cascading in a cute little pot there. Then this one is rose moss. I got seeded in here, which is also a ground cover and also a succulent, hence why I have it in a terracotta pot. I've got it planted in compost, which is going to stay relatively moist, so I figured I'd help it out by putting it in terracotta. Maybe I don't have zinnias in one of those pots. I'm almost wanting to say it's nasturtium, the dwarf nasturtium, because in here I have the cut and come again zinnias. So I guess we could check on what's going on in my winter sowing. It looks like I'm getting more spinach coming up, which is great. So it's liking that it's open now. This is calendula. I only see 1. Nope, 2. 2 so far. Poppies, they don't really like their roots messed with, so I'm gonna have to find some pots and pot them up pretty soon, because this, I think this is giant rattle. Let me look at the tape. Yep, giant rattle poppy. It's getting fairly big, and I don't want to disturb the roots. I kind of just want to take it out of this and plop it in its new home. I think these are nasturtiums right here that I got started. Yep, dwarf nasturtiums. So if those nasturtiums don't grow, then I got those. And then if those do grow, I got these to transfer out to the garden, which is going to be great. I want to plant more dill and nasturtiums around my squash. Hopefully those things will help with the squash bugs. Let's go check down here. So I've got lots of beets coming up. I've got bull's blood and Detroit dark red beets sown throughout here. And then I have sugar magnolia, tendril peas on the left, and cascadia on the right. And it only looks like I've got about 3 peas coming up, which is really sad. Really, really sad. Maybe I should try again this fall. We'll see. But hopefully it'll grow enough to at least snack on while I'm out here working in the garden, right? So yeah, I know I gotta weed this, but right now I'm trying to still figure out what's beets and what's weeds, so I'm gonna let it grow up just a little bit more. Looks like I don't know if that's dill or not. This is definitely dill. So that's not dill. I don't know what that is. Is it a marigold? No. More dill right there popping up. More dill. I wasn't sure if I was going to plant squash or peppers out in these pool gardens this year. Last year it was squash. I'm thinking I'm going to plant the peppers. So I might end up taking some of this dill and transplanting it into one of those new raised beds for squash. I'm going to grow squash there for sure. It'll get shadier, and so that'll be better for me to come out and pick squash bugs instead of in the blistering sun. I really don't see anything coming up in here. And this is some old kale that it looks diseased and just needs to go, but I haven't got around to it. And then I don't think anything's coming up in here either, because I planted parsley and cilantro in either one of these. These are turnips. Then I have celery and carrots in these two, and I don't see any of those coming up neither. So, fail for those, I guess. But my radishes are doing great. Radishes are doing awesome. Yeah, I'm gonna say that's probably I don't know what those leaves are. I can't nail it. Then the chamomile just keeps growing. This is a volunteer German chamomile. Excuse me. From last year. I might end up digging it up, putting it in a pot, and moving it somewhere, because I want to put determinate tomatoes right here in this row and grow them in 5-gallon buckets. I think that's going to be a cheap way to pot and grow my determinate tomatoes. I got cream sausage growing right now, and then I'm thinking I might buy some Roma sets from Rural King. I don't have any Roma seeds, so I might just go ahead and buy transplants. But I've got, oh, I forgot to show you my Swiss chard and my kale. This is red Russian kale besides the Swiss chard here, and it's doing great in this bed. So I'm glad I chose this bed for leafy greens, because it seems to be working out. It really does. It gets a little bit of evening sun, and that's it. And these plants are growing and they're thriving, so yay. All right, everybody. I love you, and so does Jesus. God bless.